When it comes to urban legends, few are as spine-tingling and perplexing as the tales of the Melon Heads. These eerie, humanoid creatures with abnormally large heads have reportedly haunted the woods of Ohio, Michigan, and Connecticut for decades. Let's unravel the mystery behind these strange beings. Are they merely figments of local folklore, or could there be a grain of truth to these terrifying tales? The origin of the Melon Heads. The Melon Heads legend finds its roots in the small town of Kirtland, Ohio. Here, stories speak of a Dr. Crow who allegedly took in orphans afflicted with hydrocephalus and conducted horrifying experiments on them. The children, now deformed, supposedly killed Dr. Crow and set his house ablaze before retreating into the dense forests of Wisner Road, where their vengeful spirits still linger. This tale, shrouded in mystery and macabre details, serves as a chilling reminder of the potential for human cruelty and the resilience of those who suffer under it. The story of Dr. Crow is not just a ghost story. It is a reflection of societal fears about medical experimentation and the mistreatment of vulnerable populations. Over the years, the legend has evolved, with various versions adding new elements to the narrative, making it an ever-changing tapestry of horror and intrigue. The revenge of the Melon Heads. The legend darkens with the Melon Heads uprising against their malevolent caretaker. Consumed by rage and desperation, these tormented children exacted their revenge on Dr. Crow, culminating in his gruesome demise and the fiery destruction of their prison. This act of vengeance marks the beginning of their shadowy existence, haunting the woods that were both their refuge and prison. This part of the legend underscores themes of justice and retribution, albeit in a gruesome manner. The children's transformation from victims to avengers adds a layer of complexity to the story, challenging the audience to consider the consequences of unchecked power and cruelty. The fiery end of Dr. Crow and his house symbolizes a purging of evil, yet it also binds the Melon Heads to a life of perpetual haunting, forever linked to the site of their suffering. Wisner Road, the heart of the legend. Wisner Road in Kirtland is the epicenter of the Melon Heads legend. This secluded, winding path through dense forests is said to be where the Melon Heads' presence is most palpable. Visitors report an unsettling atmosphere, with some claiming to have seen figures with oversized heads watching from the shadows. The road itself, shrouded in the canopy of ancient trees, seems to hold within its bounds the secrets of a bygone era. It is a place where the line between reality and myth blurs, inviting those who traverse it to question what they know about the world. The geographical isolation of Wisner Road adds to its mystique, creating a perfect setting for tales of the supernatural. The stories of eerie encounters and unexplained phenomena have made Wisner Road a focal point for paranormal enthusiasts and thrill seekers alike. Variations across states. The Melon Heads legend isn't confined to Ohio. In Michigan, the story shifts to a former insane asylum near Saugatuck State Park, where children with hydrocephalus were mistreated. After a violent revolt, these children were supposedly released into the wild, living in underground tunnels and emerging to terrorize the living. Meanwhile, in Connecticut, the Melon Heads are the product of inbreeding, residing on the eerily named Dracula Drive and haunting the local woods. These regional variations highlight the adaptability of the legend, with each location adding its own unique twist. The differences in the stories reflect local fears and historical contexts, making the legend a rich tapestry of horror that spans multiple states. Despite these variations, the core elements of the Melon Heads legend remain consistent, underscoring the universality of certain themes in folklore. Modern-day sightings. Despite their mythical status, sightings of the Melon Heads persist into 2024. From fleeting glimpses of deformed figures darting through the trees to unsettling encounters on lonely roads, these stories continue to captivate and terrify those who dare to seek them out. Eyewitness accounts often describe the Melon Heads as quick and elusive, leaving behind a trail of fear and fascination. These modern sightings keep the legend alive, ensuring that it remains a topic of conversation and speculation. The advent of social media has also played a role in the proliferation of these stories, allowing people to share their experiences and theories with a wider audience. This has helped to keep the legend of the Melon Heads relevant in contemporary culture, blending old-world horror with new-age connectivity. Eyewitness accounts. Eyewitnesses provide some of the most compelling accounts of the Melon Heads. One notable story involves a group of teenagers who, while exploring the woods near Kirtland, were allegedly stopped by police and warned to leave. Their defiance led to a night of eerie encounters and an unsettling sense that they were being watched. Such stories contribute to the mystique and fear surrounding the Melon Heads, drawing in thrill seekers and paranormal enthusiasts. Personal testimonies add a layer of authenticity to the legend, making it more relatable and believable for those who hear them. The shared experiences of fear and curiosity create a communal bond among those who have encountered the Melon Heads, further solidifying the legend's place in local folklore. Each new account adds to the legend, creating a living narrative that evolves with each retelling. The influence of pop culture. The Melon Heads legend has not only persisted through oral tradition, but has also found its way into popular culture. Movies, books, and podcasts have all contributed to keeping the story alive, adding new layers and variations to the tale. The 2024 film Melon Heads, House of Crow is a recent example, drawing audiences into the eerie world of these legendary creatures. This media presence helps to keep the legend in the public eye, ensuring that it continues to captivate new generations. Pop culture adaptations often take creative liberties, blending elements of the original legend with contemporary themes and storytelling techniques. This not only makes the legend more accessible to modern audiences, but also allows it to evolve and remain relevant. The Melon Heads have become a symbol of the dark and mysterious, embodying the fears and fascinations of each era they inhabit. Skepticism and debunking. As with any urban legend, skepticism abounds. Critics argue that the Melon Head story is medically implausible, pointing out inconsistencies and the lack of historical evidence. For instance, the supposed Dr. Crow and his experiments have no verifiable records, leading many to dismiss the legend as pure fiction. Despite these logical arguments, the legend persists, driven by the human penchant for mystery and the unexplained. Skeptics often highlight the medical impossibilities and historical inaccuracies, but the emotional and psychological impact of the stories cannot be ignored. The legend's resilience in the face of debunking efforts speaks to its power as a narrative. It taps into deep-seated fears and curiosities, making it a compelling story regardless of its factual basis. The psychological appeal. What is it about the Melon Heads legend that continues to capture our imagination? Psychologists suggest that such stories fulfill a deep-seated human need for mystery and fear. They provide a safe way to explore our darkest fears and the unknown, all from the comfort of our firesides or through the screens of our devices. The legend offers a way to confront the unknown in a controlled environment, allowing individuals to experience fear and excitement without real danger. This psychological appeal is a key reason why the Melon Heads legend endures, providing an outlet for the exploration of the macabre and the mysterious. By engaging with these stories, people can explore complex emotions and ideas in a safe and structured way, making the legend a valuable tool for understanding human psychology. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's creepiest urban legends, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more future videos. Stay spooky and see you in the next video.